hardly know, sir.
When you create yourself to make it, you're going to have to either let that creation go and take a chance on being loved or hated for who you really are, or you're going to have to kill who you really are and fall into your grave grasping onto a character that you never were.
According to Jung, at the core of our personality there's something called the self. The self is the totality of the conscious and unconscious. The problem, however, is that the vast majority of the self lies hidden in the unconscious. Part of that unconscious cannot be entered. The persona is the mask we wear in order to conform to society. We could describe it as the societal role we quote-unquote wear in order to fit in, based on norms and ethics.
With the self-pity, you're incubating the illusion that you are real. And you are not real. You are not real. I know it's real that you're looking at me. I know it's real that I'm looking at you. What is not real is all the various baggage that between us we bring to this exchange. What does he know? He's the bloke off forgetting Sarah Marshall. I hope they like this video. Between us we create various illusions from our emotions, from our misguided impulses designed to keep us alive as animals.
Who are you? Me? I know who I am. I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
Ego rests on the conscious as well as the unconscious, and is basically the story we tell ourselves about who we are, which is accumulated over the years by different experiences, but also a direct product of the realization that we are, in a way, separate from others.
Who?
A lot of people don't know this, but when I was about 14 or 15, my father lost his job, and I actually became homeless for quite some time. Of course, I grew up in Canada, so I thought we had just gone camping, you know. But,
I learned that you can fail at what you don't love, so you might as well do what you love. There's really no choice to be made. What you want to be, you know?
Sit quietly and just be aware of being aware. This is our ground state before a thought arises, before a feeling. It's who we really are, a field of infinite potential. Rest in being. Rest in awareness. Rest in existence. Just be.
I woke up and I suddenly got it. I understood suddenly how thought was just an illusory thing. And how thought is responsible for, if not all, most of the suffering we experience. And then I suddenly felt like I was looking at these thoughts from another perspective. And I wondered, who is it that's aware that I'm thinking? And suddenly I was thrown into this expansive, amazing feeling of freedom from myself, from my problems. I saw that I was bigger than what I do. I was bigger than my body. I was everything and everyone. I was no longer a fragment of the universe. I was the universe. And ever since that day, I've been trying to get back there. It comes and it goes. It's like riding a wave. Sometimes I'm on, sometimes I'm off. But at least I know where I want to go. and that I want to take as many people with me as I possibly can, because the feeling is amazing.
Who are you? If you're not the mind, if you're not the body, what's left? Full stop. Quiet the mind. This unrepeatable miracle of a moment. It's simple. The mind likes to create strategies, and it always wants a complicated solution. But see, the mind is the wrong tool for this job. Who you are cannot be contained in the mind, because it contains the mind. The mind can never contain it. You can know many things, but you can never mentally know the true self. You can only stay as the true self. The stillness, the beingness, the nothingness, emptiness, pure awareness, space. It is said that we mold clay into a pot, but it is the emptiness inside that makes the vessel useful. We fashion wood for a house, but it is the emptiness inside that makes it livable. Isn't it the space in between notes of music that make it beautiful? As you are reading the words on this video, didn't you overlook the space in between the words? We are the space, the nothingness, and we have overlooked the obvious. We are completely unaware of our true nature because we constantly identify ourselves as the body, as the emotions, as the thoughts, and so we lose sight of the unchanging center, which is pure consciousness. And so I just want to thank Jim Carrey for being a vehicle to express this obvious, self-evident, ancient, and beautiful truth. Peace.
It's about not only, just going with the flow, but it's about not taking it personal, It's like the difference between a house and my house is a world of difference, and it's the my that's the problem, So you can do all this without the my involved, You can do it in a way that it's not, life isn't happening to you, it's happening for, for the good of everyone. It's just it's a play. It's a giant, field of consciousness dancing for itself. The happy place is realizing that you're everything, and that there's no real you involved in the first place. It's a weird little semantic jump that you make where it sounds like, well, that's totally fucking threatening, man. I can't not be me. I've built this construct, and it's just ideas. Right. They're just ideas. Mm-hmm. The only thing that separates you from an African American or an African Canadian is an idea. Mm-hmm. And depression is your body saying, fuck you, I don't want to be this character anymore. Mm-hmm. I don't want to hold up this avatar that you've created in the world. It's too much for me. Right. And you should think of the word of depressed as deep rest. Deep rest. Your body needs to be depressed. It needs deep rest from the character that you've been trying to play. The great and powerful Oz. I'm the great and powerful Oz. How dare you come near me? Kind of thing. And you're just the sweaty guy behind the curtain going. It's an amazing metaphor, in that movie.